This era in gaming has undoubtedly been marked by an increase in open-world gaming experiences. Titles like Dragon Age Inquisition, whose predecessors had been largely linear, released with full open worlds to explore. Breath of the Wild was another notable open-world release, with many fans fawning over the size and density of the environment, as well as how the world elements impacted the player, the enemies, and itself. Unfortunately, this era has also seen a decrease in couch co-op split-screen multiplayer experiences. Even games like Halo, which were built on their local co-op modes, have since abandoned them. Some, like Animal Crossing New Horizons, did release with local multiplayer, but it was so poorly executed that it was practically worthless. So, on a note of positivity, here are 10 open-world games that still allow for couch co-op experiences. Don't Starve is an undoubtedly punishing game, and Don't Starve Together doesn't dare take it easy on players just because they have a friend or two to help them out. It's a game of critical choices and yelling at screens. Or just one screen, since this game is available in split screen for co-op. Finding the best team strategies is crucial to player survival. However, having 2 or more players in a game also encourages gamers to keep trying to survive for longer than they might have otherwise put up with. Brainstorming about how to improve the next run through one of the uncountable communication strategies that players need to develop can have co-op players excited for the next try and fresh start, rather than exhausted and worn out. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a gorgeous open-world game with several diverse regions to explore with friends. It was released a few years ago in 2017, but holds up today as an excellent multiplayer experience and enjoyable high fantasy title. The studio behind it, Larian Studios, is still hard at work on their title Baldur's Gate III, which is currently only available in early access. For fans of dense fiction, like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, the Divinity Original Sin games are a dream come true. On top of the ordinary multiplayer, the game also features a competitive multiplayer where players can fight against one another in an arena. Furthermore, this title features a Dungeon Master mode for custom DD campaigns. Unlike other first-person shooters, the Borderlands series hasn't abandoned couch co-op yet. It has reliably had split screen since the first game through to the third. Any game in the series makes for an excellent local co-op choice since it's an undoubtedly hilarious franchise. The open world is a joy to explore. Of course, the jokes are funny whether you're alone or not, but having someone to share them with is an experience that won't be soon forgotten. Stardew Valley's local co-op update, which added split-screen play, is fairly recent, so excited players are still scrounging up friends to play and learning how to set it up on their various systems. The hype has been unbelievable, with good reason. Stardew Valley is a calm, comfortable simulator meant to give the player serotonin-boosting, accomplishable goals. The added opportunity to design a farm with friends beside you is an extraordinary feeling. Plus, for younger children who might not have the patience to do all the menial labor required, their older sibling or parent can now pick up the controller beside them to provide an encouraging word or helping hand. In this survival game, players are stranded on an open-world island covered with dinosaurs and other prehistoric features. Though both local gamers would need to be interested in survival games to enjoy this title, Ark Survival Evolved offers a lot of customization in playstyle to fit almost anyone's preferences. There are options for either third-person or first-person perspectives, lots of weapon options, and enough tasks to do that the players are bound to find something of interest to them. It was available in early access form starting in 2015, then was fully released in 2017. This gave the developers plenty of time to adjust according to player feedback. Beast Simulator is an adorable game that strives to be educational as well as fun, making it a fun family choice. The local split-screen mode allows 2 players to fly around the open world, completing tasks that might normally take twice as long. Beast Simulator tries to balance the realism of this adventure with the fun mechanics available to video games. For example, collecting pollen is done by flying through glowing hoops. While definitely a simpler, more child-friendly choice than others on this list, it is a great tool for gamer parents who want to introduce their children to video games early in life. Outward is a co-op fantasy RPG game developed in Quebec. Dismissing the idea that so many fantasy protagonists are such hero types, the game aims to set the player as a common human with warmth, hunger, fatigue, and thirst to worry about. Players can experience the story together in local multiplayer as long as no one is too distracted by running off and picking berries or the like in the open world. Though it came out in 2019 to mixed reviews, it's still going strong. It has sold over 1 million copies and released a DLC called the Soroborians in 2020. Minecraft is, without a doubt, one of the best co-op games of this generation of gaming. When it came out with Minecraft Dungeons, a spin-off title, even that was praised. Both are able to be played locally via split screen. The original title has been widely adored by gamers from every niche for years because of the creative freedom it allows and the endless possibilities for building, exploring, and of course mining. Gamers who want a relaxed experience can build their own little paradise in this open world, harvesting enough resources to get by, or just enjoying creative mode. Meanwhile, the players looking for a challenge can work their way towards Minecraft's final boss, the Ender Dragon. Untitled Goose Game is an oddity in this age of gaming. The only type of co-op that's available in it is couch co-op. In a time where most games have abandoned local multiplayer for online multiplayer, it's a refreshing change of pace to play something that's meant to be enjoyed side by side. Of course, it's a little controversial to consider Untitled Goose Game an open-world game. It does give you free reign to walk around the areas, but the game is blocked into chunks. It's not one big environment. As we say in our article about open-world games for kids though, you'll quickly be having too much fun to care. Terraria is another title whose split-screen mode is an excellent addition to a vibrant world. Terraria for the Nintendo Switch finally added a split-screen co-op, making this local experience accessible to more people than ever. It's a game with lots of room to do whatever the player is most interested in, so the co-op options are expansive. Compete with the other gamer for the biggest home? Done. Team up to take down the bosses? Easy. Whatever route gamers chose to go, longtime fans of Terraria are bound to be happy to introduce someone else to all the possibilities.